welcome to Pure Law Talk. I'm your host, Kiko Pure Law Carvalho. Today, we're excited to have a special guest joining us to talk story. Before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to Ms. Dana, Inspired Play Hawaii, Hawaii Athletic Club, Kokua Support Services, Viper Sanctionee, and a Wild Party Bus. All right, first question. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your name, who you are, where you're from?
My name is Jesse Jones. Right now, I live down Kapolei side, but I grew up kind of confusing. I grew up in Waipahu in some low-income housing area, Pupupui side. But my mom was smart. She got me Pro City High School side, so that's where I kind of reigned for most of my time. Graduated on time thanks to my mom, and.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
So you living up on Waipahu in Pro City High School?
Yeah, in a nutshell, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for sharing that. So what kind of lifestyle did you live growing up, and how did it affect your life?
Growing up, I wouldn't say I had it the worst, but I wouldn't say I had it the easiest either, My mom and dad split at a young age. My mom raising 3 sons on her own. Resilient mom, just making sure we always had food on the table, roof over our head. Made sure we went to school. All 3 of us graduated. And then just wanted to do right by her. But being a knucklehead kid that I was, I just always got into, and you talk to any one of my friends, every other week I was getting into fights, getting myself into some kind of trouble, and I always had some way to justify it. Being that at a younger age I felt I was bullied or black sheeped, I had to grow figuratively, but some hair on my chest and stand up for myself. And in that process, it kind of built my character and who I was. And I just wanted to stand up for people who didn't have a voice, who didn't have a friend, who just needed somebody to talk to. And that's just always been my vibe from a young age.
So you protecting the ones that we know?
Was always, the type to try and help protect people and whatnot, but eventually, it got me into, adulthood. You get into trouble, drinking and whatnot. That didn't make it any better for myself. I went down a pretty dark path that I put myself in, and being locked up, taken away from my family, hurting people I had no business having to hurt, and it just was a whole process that.
If you don't mind sharing, how come you got locked up?
Mainly was for fighting.
Fighting.
So
assault.
Assault, yeah, and some not just you got into a fight, arrested, thrown in the back. I'm talking, put a guy in a coma, and the fact that I'm sitting in cell block wondering if he's gonna wake up, and if I'm gonna get charged for attempted murder, or if it's gonna be just one heavy first-degree assault, to pulling somebody out of their vehicle. Regardless if it was road rage and if the guy was yelling at me, like I said, now that I'm older, I realize I had no right to jump out of my car. But that's just the character I was back then, or.
I know what that is.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse, for sharing. So, I know you personally, you change your life now. You're a whole different person from how you was before. So what motivates you to do what you do today? So do what you do now and what drives your passion for making a difference. So if you can explain to us, like, what you do now.
Yeah.
We know your past. Tell us who you are now today. Who is Jesse Jones today?
Plenty inspiration, plenty motivation comes from, I'd say, my son, my family, you know, and seeing the path I was going down wasn't, it's as if I could see it so vividly, so clearly, where I was going to go if I kept going down this path, you know, drinking every day, coming home late, not doing the right things, my son getting older. Where's dad 4 in the morning? Why are we driving to all these random houses, doing all kind stupid stuff? So the turning point, I don't think there was like one significant point that was like, damn, I got to change now. It was just a whole accumulation of things. I could see myself in my son, and he was copying every little thing I was doing. Just around the environment I was around and the trouble that came with it. It just was dangerous for my brothers wouldn't, sometimes I would keep them at a distance just because of the kind of violence or things that occurred just by being around my circle, whether it was maybe I was sharing too much, but somebody like throwing one Molotov cocktail at my house and catching the whole side of the house on fire because somebody's after me. Yeah. But I live in a house with mainly all girls at the time and kids. And the fact that, you know, just because of the lifestyle I lived in and putting them in danger because just being around me was just, it brought around that type of people.
Trouble, so yeah.
So I just didn't want that to be carrying over now that I'm married and had my son's getting older. I wanted him to see something different that,
yes,
you know, daddy's not on deadbeat, daddy's not going to go back to jail, and to lead a more prominent example of what it is to be a man. Yeah. And a lot of times in this culture, people will call or feel that aloha is weak, but that's strength.
Yes. Yeah.
To show love to somebody, that's getting in your face, that's giving you road rage, and you still throw up the shaka.
Yeah, because that's awful doing, bro.
Yeah.
Especially for men like us, yes.
Yeah, it's rough. And then sometimes we become targets just because the way we look, the tattoos, whatever, they like try tests. And for still try show that person love and be like, hey, love you, bro, I'm so sorry. Not even your fault.
Not even your fault.
Not even your fault.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
you know what you get at home, and you let go back home to that.
Yes.
You know, like go back to some place where they're telling you when for eat, shed, and sleep.
You know, I get told a lot that I say sorry too much. You know, I tell people, I say sorry not just for the other person, but for myself too. You know what I mean? So I made it a habit for myself. So yeah, I say sorry too much, but it's for the better cause.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. You know, so now I know you put on one of the biggest events in Kapolei. I know that's what you do, and that's what you're known of. And you also got a nonprofit called To the Top Hawaii. So if you can share about that, about your event, your nonprofit, and what you do now.
Yeah. Going from that story, I mean, I know what it's like to have it bad, but I also know there's always somebody who has it worse than you. So during this journey of trying to figure out who the hell I am, I decided to just, well, if I don't know yet, the least I can do is try to help somebody. And it was just something as simple as, Uncle, what, I see an uncle on the side of the road, and he's picking cans out of a trash can, and I just giving him cans. And I was like, what else do you need? He's like, oh, maybe some food and whatnot. And that's how I guess the snowball just accumulated was, it's like, oh, if I can help this one guy, maybe I can help another guy. Maybe I can help this. Or this person needs a mattress. Or this person needs food. This person needs access to food stamps. And eventually it built into something much, much larger than I anticipated. It's grown into a 501c nonprofit. And everybody think I know what I'm doing. I got it together. I don't. I just every day I learn something new. I try. I'm getting sat at the right tables, getting to meet whether it's politicians or other nonprofits and authoritative figures, and they're kind of just guiding me, be like, hey, there's an easier way to do this. Running into you, that was a big change for me, is watching your journey and how you quit alcohol. And that was like, and I'm watching this guy has a crazy past, And the fact that he don't change his life around for something much bigger than himself is like, maybe I get one chance
Yes.
for do something too. So that when I would put down the alcohol, 2.5 years ago,
Yeah,
and I
let's
just,
go. Congratulations
I just,
on that, by the way.
that was the one thing I noticed. That was the one denominator that was messing me up, and I wasn't waking up early. I was throwing away days. I was just
Oh, yeah.
spending too much money,
that
making poor
is.
decisions. Yeah. So after I had put that down, that's it. I went. I was able to focus more on serving others. Is the simplest way I could say it.
Find your passion.
Yes, yes. Being in a fork in the road where I didn't know where to go, I was like, should I go follow real estate? That's something that I always wanted to do. Coach boxing or get into fighting, and that's something you got to dedicate a lot of time into. Or just the community stuff.
Because you used to
and
box,
helping.
yeah? So you can share,
Yeah.
I don't know, sorry, we're going back
Go
a little
ahead,
bit.
go
Can you share a
ahead.
little bit about that? Because I know you used to box.
Well, I was
so,
boxing.
You used to fight in the ring, everything. Huh?
Yeah, it was 15.
But that's how you can turn, because you always to fight on the streets. That's what made you get locked up. Just leave them in the ring, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Right
exactly.
there.
Leave
Get
them
paid
in the
for it or
ring.
something. You know what I mean?
Get paid for it. That
Yeah.
really teaches you like discipline, but you got to be the responsible adult, and that's your kuleana to control that. And I lost control. I went from handling it and then just playing with that power a little bit too much on the streets, and that's what got me into all kind of different trouble alongside with the drinking. So
you learn what you didn't learn in the gym.
Yeah.
You took them to the streets.
yeah,
Bro, I was just like that.
It's just-
We had Animal House Gym in Ever Beach.
Yeah.
Me and my boys. So when we first saw that, we learned kickboxing. Like, oh yeah, cuz, what is this kid? We took him to the streets. Same thing, we was young. That's what we thought. Like, oh yeah, now we get the tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, no, that is. All right, on, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, share about your passion though, about the events and your
Yeah, it just brought me into wanting to do something you love. I feel like I never feel like I'm working, but I working every day. Shouldn't say wake up. I try to plan the next event, the next reach out, help out with the toy drive, go feed the houseless community, doing beach cleanup, anything for Malama the Aina, take care of the people, and that's where I felt at home and that I wasn't working, and so that's what I'm chasing now more so, is the passion than the money. I've been offered jobs that pay 6-figure, and for turn that down, it was a big wake up call for me. That it reminded me that it's not about the money.
Yes,
and
yeah.
so I
love that.
I don't regret it. I never, not one day. It's like to see how far I've come from back then till right now. It's like I know I'm going down the right path.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this road going, but I just know it's the right way.
Yeah, there you go. It's the right way. We don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What this path gonna take us, but.
Yeah.
We see all the blessings that comes. We
Exactly.
Just keep riding
Exactly.
it. So that's your passion. That's what keeps you going.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that feeling. All right, on. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so coming towards the ending, we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Play some funny questions. Okay. So, what Hawaiian food would you rather eat, poi or haupio?
I get on sweet tooth, so I would like to say haupio.
Oh, everybody love haupio.
But
Oh,
for
no,
me
no.
it's poi.
Oh, there you
For
go.
me,
Gotta
it's
eat the poi.
you know?
I always say that. Gotta eat the poi.
I got one connection to eating in poi more. The more I went and started like working in the lo'i and stuff.
Oh, there
and
you go.
it's just a deeper connection than it just being
when you,
food.
When you
but
make it
a-
and then
a
eat them
sta-
after.
yeah,
Oh,
a staple to Hawaii. It's
Yes.
something that's in our roots here.
oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, literally from the roots.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
from the roots.
I've grown to love it.
Yeah, all right, on. Oh, and then, okay. If you could have any superpower for one day, what would it be? And how would you use it?
What is that?
Any
mo-
superpower for one day.
Most
what
people
it
would say like what? Stop time is one good one. Super strength, invisibility. You only get the power for one day.
be? One day.
One day.
Yeah, and so, yeah. So what would it be and how would you use it?
Maybe if I had that power for one day, I would want to be able to, for one day, show people who they could be if they tried their hardest to be that character, that person, to show them a glimpse of what their future could look like.
Oh,
You know,
so
as if living their most authentic and best self.
I love that.
For them to see that reflection and give them even more hope or faith to be something bigger or more than themselves. You know?
Show me your future.
Something a little more. Yeah.
I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
I love that. There you go. Okay. Let me know, the viewers know, everyone out there know, what's the aloha for today?
Aloha for today, even if, that stuck with me today. Even if brother cut you off, show him aloha anyway. Who knows, maybe he rushing home to his wife who is in not one good health condition. Maybe he late to work and today's the day he loses his job. And hey, that's his fault. He should have left a little bit earlier. But for still show him that love anyway.
Yes.
You know, even if
somebody
mad at you, you don't know what anybody going through.
True that.
So for just make it a kind of like a safety for yourself. Just show him love anyway. You don't know what pain or what experience he went through for making him that way. Like, when somebody's angry or in your face, he's like, what I see behind that is who hurt you for make you want to hurt others is what I see now.
Yes, because hurt people, right? Heal people.
Exactly. So I see that more often. So even if somebody don't show you love, show them love anyway, because you might be the difference to change this person's life.
Oh, yes. 100% believe that. Show love, bro. Show love always, bro. No matter what. Love it. Right on. Mahalo, Jesse, for joining us today, for coming on and talking stories.
Thank you for having me.
Want to learn more about Jesse? Follow him on social media. Let our viewers know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram mainly, To The Top Hawaii. Or we have something else launching as well, Aloha _Advocate. It's our two Instagram pages that will be doing a lot of outreaches, community stuff, night markets, events, just all good stuff.
Right on. There you go, guys. Mahalo for tuning in, Pure Aloha Talks, and follow us on social media for more inspiring conversations and stories. Aloha.
Yes, sir.
Bang.